What's good, Steeler Nation? We just got done watching the 20-18 victory for the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a win that has restored hope across Steeler Nation. Usually here on Chat Sports, we do subs for dubs, but we're going to do something a little different today. I'm in a good mood today. I'm going to do a special promotion today where if we get 100 new subscribers here on Steelers Talk on this video on Tuesday when I get my haircut, I will get a Steelers logo and branded on the side of my head. All right, so the whole 9 yards. If we want to do this, I know 100's a big number, but this is a big prize, all right? I'm not going to shave it off right away. I'm going to keep this thing on my head for as long as it will stay on there. So if you want to see my head with the Steelers logo on there, representing Steeler Nation for everybody to see here in Dallas, Texas, go subscribe to the channel right now. You will not regret it. Okay, let's get into the game today. 20-18, the Steelers win against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. And plain and simply, Mitchell Trubisky stepped up. And he played fantastic, 9 of 12, 144 yards. He had some really nice plays towards the end, a touchdown. But he had to come in for a reason, and that reason was Kenny Pickett, the first-round quarterback out of Pitt, the former Pitt Panther, got hurt. And he got hurt with a concussion, and he was out for the rest of the game. So that's why Trubisky came in the game. And with Pickett, you know, it sucks to see him go down, but it was really, really great to see Trubisky come in. Let's look at Pickett's stats before he left. It really wasn't fantastic. 11 for 18, 67 yards and a touchdown. He was okay on third down, not fantastic. And overall, the Tampa Bay defense seemed to kind of stymie this Steelers offense when Pickett was in the game. But then when Trubisky came in, it changed. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But if you want to wish Kenny Pickett a safe or a quick recovery, like this video right now to wish Kenny Pickett a speedy recovery. Now let's get into other injuries here. Myles Jack, the linebacker, left with an apparent knee or ankle injury. We haven't really gotten any updates as of yet in terms of timetable or how severe the injury is, but we know that he did leave the game. He got taped and then did not return to the game. Then James Pierre, he left the game with a stinger. Stingers usually, you know, it's tough to say when people come back from those because it could be next week, it could be a little bit. Stingers can actually last for quite a bit. So I guess we'll see how James Pierre is doing. That's another cornerback added to the injury report. Okay, guys, here is my latest tweet on my Twitter. It is the pinned tweet on my Twitter. The Steelers are the standard when it comes to how to manage a professional sports franchise. Here we go, Steeler Nation. Let's make this go viral. Okay, go retweet and like my pinned tweet on Twitter today after today's victory. Let's show the rest of the world, the rest of the NFL Twitter world, that Steeler Nation is the best fan base and the best organization in pro football today. Go retweet and like that tweet, and then the first 10 to give me a retweet and a like will get a shout out on next show. And speaking of shout outs, here are the shout outs from last episode where I said if you go follow me, first 10's going to get a shout out. Here are this episode's shout outs. Bobblegoff, thanks for the follow, my man. Bundles 329, really appreciate it. Dwayne Harrell 11, appreciate you, bro. Des 29, Dixon, you're the best. ASAP 1220, thank you so much. Amigo X Simpre 7, thank you so much for the follow. Vicky Door 1, Jenna is 65, thank you so much for the follow, Jenna. Contour Vibes, love the picture there, drinking out of 2 glasses, that's awesome. And Kenny 2 Gloves with the George Pickens catch, awesome picture, dude. Guys, thanks for the shout out. If you want to get a shout out on next week's or tomorrow's show, actually, go retweet and like my tweet on Twitter right now. Okay, let's go right to the takeaways now. And my number one takeaway for this one is that Mitchell Trubisky came to the rescue. When Kenny Pickett came down, you could just feel the energy get sucked out of the building. Mitchell Trubisky came in, had a bad throw on third down, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, not this again. But then on the last couple of drives, he showed up on third down, delivered clutch plays, got a touchdown for us, the game-sealing touchdown as it turned out. And, man, Mitchell Trubisky played fantastic coming in relief from Kenny Pickett today. Today was Trubisky's day, and I'm super, super pumped that he was able to come and get the win today. If you're as pumped as I am about today's victory, spam "here we go" in the comments, guys. I want to see "here we go" in all caps all over the place in the comment section. go ahead to the comment section. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So, you know, if you get an ad break, this is a perfect time to go type "here we go" in all caps and celebrate the Pittsburgh Steelers victory. Number 2, Chase Claypool is back. And I have never been so happy to admit I was wrong on a player before. I was calling him maple syrup during the week this week. I said that they should trade him this week. I could not have been more wrong. He stepped up in such a huge way today. Multiple third down conversions, making plays when they needed to be made, man. Like Chase Claypool, he earned the Mapletron label today. I was wrong. Go ahead and blast me in the comments for my comments earlier in the week. I totally deserve it. He totally did a great job today. So let's go on to the next one here, which is Mike Tomlin coached his ass off today, guys. Like, he was fantastic. The game plan that him and Terrell Austin had on defense today was one of the best defensive game plans I've ever seen against Tom Brady. With the injuries that we had in the secondary, everything going on, they were still able to confuse him, get creative on defense, put pressure on the GOAT, and at the end of the day, they held them to 18 points. And it wasn't like Tom Brady and the Bucs weren't moving the football. They were moving the football, but when we needed to have big plays, Myles Jack with the deflection, all these different things in the red zone to stop them to field goals really made the difference in the end. So, what is your one reaction to the Steelers game today? For me, my one word is hopeful, okay? You know, coming into the week, 1-4, 4 straight losses, it was just, you know, it was very dreary in Steeler Nation. But coming into this one in a game that nobody expected us to win and playing that well with so many of our key players out of the lineup, it gives me hope for the future in Steeler Nation, man. I love it. Number 4. I want to give kudos to the backups. So let's talk about James Pierre, who did leave, but he played fantastic when he was in. Josh Jackson, Miles Killebrew, Trey Norwood. All these guys that came in stepped up for the Steelers defense. Here were all the starters that were out today on defense. TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, 2 very crucial players in the Steelers defensive scheme, out for the entire game today. Cameron Sutton and Kella Witherspoon, our first 2 corners on the depth chart, were out, and then Levi Wallace, the 3rd corner on the depth chart, was out too. So coming into this one, going up against the GOAT, it just didn't seem like we were going to be able to stop them. But these guys came in, the backups came in and did a fantastic job, and they executed the game plan to a T, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Now, finally, my final takeaway from this game, this glorious win against the Bucs, is I'm ready to get hurt again. And this goes back to my one-word reaction where I'm hopeful again. Like, coming into this week, I was like, oh, man, we're going to go to 1-5. You know, we're not going to be very good. We're going to have to be sellers at the trade deadline. But now looking at the next 5 weeks, I mean, it's pretty manageable. So we got the Dolphins, who lost again today against Minnesota. Then you got the Eagles, who that's a tough game, guys. I'm not going to lie. Then you got the Saints, who are struggling as well. That's a winnable game. The Bengals have offensive line issues, and we're going to have T.J. Watt back for that game. So we could really get after Joe Burrow in that game. And then the Colts have been awful all season long. So I'm looking at the next 5 games, and I have hope. I have been reinvigorated as a member of Steeler Nation. I am so pumped for what this team has in store. Now, it's still possible that we could be rebuilding, but at least for the moment, there's a lot of hope in my heart for the Steelers. So do you still believe the Steelers can make a playoff run this season? Type Y for yes in the comments if you do. Type N for no. Personally, I think there's still an outside chance. They're going to have to really play well. They're going to have to get their guys back healthy. We're not going to be able to make the playoffs with the guys we played today. We need to get Fitzpatrick back, TJ Watt back, Kenny Pickett back, all these guys back. But if we do that and we play good football and we stay healthy, I think we could have a chance to go on a run with Mike Tomlin's leadership. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's show. Go out and celebrate the Pittsburgh Steelers victory today. I know I am. Thank you, guys, Steeler Nation. You guys are the best. Make sure to subscribe if you want me to get that Steeler logo on my head on Tuesday when I get my haircut. And until next time, peace.